Greetings. I'm waiting on more people to join. This is my first time I've done this on my laptop. Let's see here. It's different than on my phone. So let's just give it a few minutes. Hey there. So the energies are high. We're waiting on a few people to join. Let me know if you can hear me well. If not, I will put in my headphones. Can you hear me? Okay, somebody type in and let me know if you can hear me well, please. Hi. All right, I'm excited. I don't know why. For some reason, I was more excited today to do the live. I love unicorns. Yes, thank you. Yes, and I always look, I have a little unicorn globe here. Oh, okay, camera's different on a laptop. But anyway. Okay, beautiful. If you can start sharing in a few groups, that would be awesome, and I'll get started. I'm going to play a little bit of a singing bowl to start clearing some of the energy, and we're going to talk about transmutation and what's going on in our atmosphere, which is very exciting. It's so exciting that they're really not even giving us that many details. So I've asked my oversoul, and I also uploaded a video that Dolores did where I was the questioner. We even asked Dolores Cannon, and Dolores' higher self, she is the Archangel Jophiel. So like nobody's wanting to give us that much information about what's going on right now, which is pretty interesting. I seen one in my dreams a few weeks ago. Yes, yes, I've had dreams with unicorns. They're very wise, and I've had the opportunity of talking to them in aura sessions. In my dreams, I just know they were like downloading me with wisdom, but I could not recall consciously exactly what they told me. However, I was assured I know there's a part of me that knows. We'll just put it that way. So, but you basically, you have access to the information, especially when you need it and at the proper time is what's been indicated. It's the same way with light language. Anyone that receives light codes and things like that. And it's an interesting thing because I believe it's been maybe 2 weeks, no more than a month, I've been getting light codes on my ceiling. So that's pretty fun too. All right, so let's play a little bit of a singing bowl. We'll get started talking about what's going on in the atmosphere and how we can benefit and be a help in what we are being asked to do as light workers here on Mother Gaia. Okay, so basically, as many of us know, a lot of the observatories have been shut down. There's been some weather manipulation. So basically, there's just a lot in the atmosphere that certain people are not wanting us to see. However, no matter what the controllers or any government does, you always have access to source, which is why healing and developing your connection is what's being encouraged right now. disclosure is nice, important part of ascension, but you don't really need anyone to disclose anything to you because you are connected to source. So you don't need a government or an agency or anyone outside of you to disclose anything to you, because all you have to do is develop your connection to source and to recall and start healing and remembering who you are, the higher aspects of yourself, your higher self, and your oversoul. So those of us that have been doing that, of course, we don't need disclosure because we already know the truth. Those powers that be, a lot of them feed off of the energy of knowing things that other people don't know or trying to control. That's the whole idea of controlling, is trying to limit others in what they know, and they feel that they know more, and it kind of feeds their ego. So instead of, we could kind of bypass them basically. However, you know, if it's part of the highest timeline that disclosure is done, that's fine, all with it. However, I'm just pointing out you don't have to wait on it. So you don't have to be dependent on it. That's the point. You don't have to be dependent on it. So basically, the messages I received, and like I said, the Dolores Cannon channeling has been uploaded on YouTube. You can find it on my channel, Blu-ray ATF, or go to Rising Phoenix Aurora. She posted on her channel as well. Again, I was the questioner. So basically, during that channeling, I inquired with Dolores to see if she was able to tell us or give us more information about what was going on in our atmosphere, which of course I already had a feeling she probably would not be able to give us much information, as I had inquired with my oversoul the day before. So what Dolores has stated is that, which when you listen to the channeling, if you pay attention to her words, it gives you an idea of what's going on. So basically her first statement is she does not like to get involved in politics. So to me, that indicates that it's very, very possible that negotiations are being arranged at this time. Which I would say, because talks and negotiations have been going on, like this is definitely an indication or a step forward, or like just all out, they're just having like full conversations is what it sounds like to me, to decide how to move forward, and likely about disclosure. But basically it sounds like it's political, and deciding how to do it and when to do it and what to do regarding humanity as far as interacting with higher dimensional beings. So we are multidimensional. There is a multiverse. I have channelings and aura sessions on my channel that indicates that and shows you that. It is so beneficial right now. Healing is number one in the ascension process, because as you heal, you are releasing and transmuting dense energy. And every individual that heals and releases this dense energy contributes to the collective, and not even just the collective of humanity, but the collective of the multiverse. So what benefits Earth benefits the rest of all of existence, because we truly are one energy. So, and that is why it's so important as we're ascending to start healing as a humanity, because we're going to have to learn, and it's going to happen. This is in process. There aren't going to be any more wars. We're going to unite as a humanity, and this unification of humanity is necessary to unify with the multiverse. So we've kind of been, some people call it quarantine, where we've kind of been cut off from the rest of the multiverse until we developed and ascended to a level to where we can reunite and connect with them. So our healing is necessary before we can unite and experience more of ourselves and interact with the rest of the multiverse, because they are our family as well. And as you know, many of us are from other planets anyway. So a lot of star seeds have incarnated, angelics have incarnated, source angelics and elders have incarnated at this time. You have the most amount of spiritual masters, highly ascended beings waking up, activating, and walking this earth right now. This is a great time to be alive and to be working together. So this is all about unity and healing. So basically what we were told is, yes, there are things going on. We cannot necessarily give you the details right now because we do want to maintain, for one, a positive timeline. And we want to allow those that are in that position to do what they need to do in order to maintain that positive timeline and do it the best efficient way moving forward. It is very much like, what was the movie? And I'm thinking of, was it Dr. Where he can fast forward and look at all the timelines and things like that, and know, well, we shouldn't do this, we should do this, this is going to be the best opportunity. So that's what's going on right now, and that's why they don't want to release too much information. But what they have said, they have said, yes, things are going on. Yes, there are higher dimensional beings in our atmosphere. What we need to do as the ones that have incarnated into physical bodies is to assist by sending love. I know there's still some misunderstanding amongst some people about how effective an energy such as love is. Love is the strongest energy. Love is energy. Love is source. Like anything less than that, you can just say is a lesser degree of source. Love, pure source love, unconditional love. I am energy, I am love. Love actually weakens the dark ones. Dark ones cannot survive in the energy of love. Dark ones cannot even maintain their control. They can't even maintain the highest vibration or control over even social media. That is why your news stations, social media and everything, they try to project and maintain such a negative energy, because that's the only way different energies, including AI, archons, things like that, can even survive in those systems, is because they're so dense. As we as light workers, as we as the angelics, the elders, the star seeds, just remember who we are and start radiating love, they can no longer survive once we raise the vibration. It's up to us to raise the vibration. The only way they've been able to maintain control this long, as long as they have, is because we don't know who we are. The human, the earth origin, means they don't know who they are. They don't understand that they are energy with source. They are not separate. One of the things about our advancement, even in technology, is this belief that we're separate from source. Because we're separate from source, we keep developing, and which the developments are great, they're just out of balance. But we keep developing all these things outside of ourselves because we don't understand our potential within us. We don't understand the potential of our minds. That's why they say the average person only uses about 3%, maybe 5% of their mind, their brain, their potential. Well, obviously you can use the rest of it for something. So technology will start to be rebalanced, like in the future, and I'm not saying this lifetime, but in the future, we will not have cell phones and things of that nature, because we will be communicating telepathically with each other. So those things will no longer be necessary. So let's try to stay on topic. I'm going to basically get to the point of what they want us to do. As we are ascending, we are going to begin radiating love. You are basically ascending and developing your light bodies, your crystalline bodies. You should be literally a walking ray of sunshine and love, like a star. You are a walking star. That's why you are a star seed. That's why you are called an angelic. You should be radiating. This is who you are. You are love. So once you start reintegrating and healing yourself, love is what radiates from you. And I'll tell you right now, like lower vibrational entities or energies cannot stick to love, and they don't want to be there. As you're raising your vibration so high, They don't want to be there. It hurts. Like, they're like, let me out. Somebody please transmute me, help me. Like, go ahead and send me to the light, because it's just getting uncomfortable here. So, and that's one of the things we do in our aura sessions, and that's why I love and appreciate doing it. Every time we send a lower vibrational entity to the light, these are our brothers and sisters as well. They just require healing and reintegration. So they need assistance. They assist us in different things, learning things, expanding, developing discernment. Like, there's all types of reasons for it, and it's all ultimately for your highest good. However, now that we're ready to ascend, it is part of the agreement that we help transmute these energies and entities and help them return to the light as well, so that they can move forward, have another life, have another chance in a higher vibrational energy versus being stuck here on the earth or in your body. You don't need them in your body. You know, release this. This is part of the healing process to reintegrate them so they have another chance at another experience. So the best way I can teach transmutation, for one, is the awareness of knowing that you can do it. Now, there's different levels of us. Some of us can transmute more. Some of us, our main purpose is to transmute. If your main purpose is to transmute, you're going to be able to transmute higher amounts of energy. But regardless, the majority of us, especially angelics, as far as I know, all angelics can do it. Many of the star seeds can do it. But having the idea, like, especially if you communicate with source, ask, can I transmute? How do I transmute? If you're an empath, I'm going to say there's a very high chance that you can transmute, because that's the purpose of being able to feel the other energies. So if you're in groups, around groups of people, you start having headaches, your stomach start hurting, all these things. In the beginning, when I noticed it, I used to kind of want to get away from the person, but that is not the purpose. It's just when you don't understand why. But what I started to understand and what I was being shown and taught is that I can start assisting this person because they have dense energy and likely entities within their vessels. So I always can feel, especially like confusion in someone's crown chakra. Confusion, chaos, headaches, anxiety, things like that. And so basically what I do is I just start taking deep breaths, especially if you're among a group of people. Sometimes I have to slow down. It's like, okay, let me slow down a little bit and just take a few deep breaths. But imagine breathing in. You can either imagine, you know, the light, whatever light you feel comfortable with, whether or not it be golden light, violet light, blue light, diamond white light, but, you know, golden stardust. Like, just imagine light coming into your crown, and you're also breathing it in your nose. And I have some teachings on my channel too, where I teach how to breathe through the pineal gland, because breathing through the pineal gland is the natural state of breathing, like the type of breathing we did in Atlantis. So you want to, that helps to activate and stimulate your pineal gland. So you just take deep breaths in, and you're imagining light energy coming into your body. And everything that's coming in, especially if you have a pain or you're feeling dense energy, whether it's yours or someone else's, that light energy is going to, imagine it coming in, and wherever it's at, whether or not it be in your head, your stomach, a leg, wherever it's at, imagine that light energy going in there and just swirling around, because when it's swirling, it's starting to transmute the energy, transmuting that energy into light and love. Whatever you're releasing back out is light and love. And that energy, because now you have transmuted it, you've raised its vibration, you've helped it to start healing and start clearing, you release it to be reintegrated back in the source. So every time you're releasing it back to source for reintegration. And basically, it's like a huge pool of energy. And then, you know, they do their part and decide how that energy is, you know, reincarnated, distributed, whatever is done with it. But you're just releasing it back. All the energy, like we all cycle. It's all a cycle, and it's all an ascension process. So we're helping to release this energy back to Mother, Father, Source energy to be reestablished, reintegrated, have life again, but at a higher vibrational energy. So can you send untransmuted energy to source? Yes, but we're here to transmute it. So I would advise transmuting it. Imagine that love light clearing that energy. Just it swirls within you. You are a transmuter. Your vessel is a transmuting vessel. We like bring in light, like as they're sending in light codes, we bring it and ground it to Mother Gaia. Like light should be going up from you and down through you, down through the soles of your feet to Mother Gaia. So we're grounding energy and we're sending energy back up all day long, all day long. And as you know that you're doing this, your capacity to do it expands. Anytime you feel the energy getting too intense, ask that they expand your aura. Ask that they expand your capacity to transmute this energy. Or you can always ask for them to slow it down. You can do either one, whatever is in your best interest. There's no right or wrong way. You can ask them to slow it down, or you can just ask them to expand you, help you expand so that you have the capacity to transmute, ground, or, hold more energy. You can do these things. So that's what they're asking us to do. So if you would like, I always start with like a gasho meditation with your fingers together. You want to put your thumbs together and put it at your heart. You can take deep breaths that way. Anytime you want to clear, you want to, circulate that energy, you want to ground that energy. You just want to feel the energy flowing. Start with that, start doing your visualizations. What I seen earlier was us as a humanity, us light workers, standing together in a circle. When we start off by holding hands. And I always envision, this is what I had started seeing when I started transmuting and actually sending love out to the multiverse, because they for a long time have been sending us love. Like I have a session on the multiverse. It's one of my first sessions I made public. And this is where I understood that because they've been sending us love and light energy to maintain life on this planet, it was basically diminishing their energy and even their ability sometimes to withstand like attacks from the dark ones. And some of their lights had started going dim. Some of them started to die. And what they were asking was for those of us that could receive the message and awaken to start sending love, light, energy back. Because like just the law of nature, the law of energy, it's a flow. There's a give and a take. There's a receiving and a giving. So if they've been giving to us so long, we want to send appreciation and love, light, energy back. And so we've definitely maintained updates since that time. I believe that was like 3 months ago. They are doing wonderful. They are well. A lot of them where their lights were going dark or they were beginning to die, they're doing wonderfully now, just with those of us that were aware. So as more become aware, this light, love, energy is flowing all throughout the multiverse. And so what I was told once is even when we're focusing sending love, so we're sending love, we're going to imagine sending love to empower those in our atmosphere, the sphere being alliance, the blue avians, whoever's there, because it's a group effort. Like I said, this is a multiverse, this is a humanity. Whoever you're connected to, whether if you're angelic, you've incarnated many places. If you're a star seed, then, your roots, and you've also incarnated many places too. But just send love and light, and it's energy. It helps to empower them to do what they need to do, and it also weakens the dark ones. And we're helping to transmute them and help them to remember where they came from and to return to the light. So I was told that if you actually put your hands in a pyramid diamond shape, that you focus that energy, you strengthen that energy. You don't have to do that, but it helps. And regardless of symbols, symbols can be used multiple ways, so plainly don't fear anything. That's how I've been told. You don't fear anything. You find out the truth about it. You use it for what it was originally intended to do. Everything's been originally intended for love and light purposes. Even with the internet, like I said, something that can be detrimental, send love and light through it. That's what you're here to do. You're here to raise the vibration. So no need to fear anything, but radiate that love and light so we can start transmuting and raising the vibration. We are moving into the new earth sooner than you think. Sooner than you think. So I'm excited about that. So basically, get out in nature, ground. just start focusing your energy, help move that energy around, start transmuting that energy. If anybody have any questions, like, please put them in the box. I don't know if I hit everything, if I explained it clearly, but really a lot of it is just the awareness that you can do it. A lot of us just did not know. So once you open up and become aware, oh, this is why I can feel other people's energies. Your higher self, your spirit guides, your, oversoul, they're going to start guiding you so that you can function more efficiently. So it's not to be afraid, like, oh my God, I'm picking up on these people's energies. Sometimes you do want to limit yourself. I'm not saying to stay around dense energy for long periods of time, but understand that you can start transmuting it. And you don't have to be in pain, and your head doesn't have to hurt or things like that. And actually, I guess I do have comments. I didn't realize it. Let me see here. See if we have any questions here. And like I said, I'm using a laptop today, which I normally use my cell phone. Okay, so bear with me. All right. Oh, and hello, beautiful souls. I love you all. So Debbie said, in California, many of us light workers have been asked to stand down and allow Gaia to cleanse. Debbie, you had sent me that. I wasn't totally sure what that meant. I have never, ever personally been told not to send love. If you're sending love, like I said, you can send it out to the multiverse. You can send it to your neighbors. Like, love, pure source love is good for everyone, and it's good for you. So I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, you might want to talk to me or Aurora about that directly, because that doesn't really make any sense when you have messaged me that, love. We love you, and I would definitely inquire with your higher self directly about that. And again, you can also talk to me and Aurora and see what other information we get. Yeah, because it can be overwhelming. I think it's Amelia. It can be overwhelming sometimes. Your head starts hurting. You don't know why, especially if you're out in public or you're at work. You're like, what the heck? But then you start to realize it's not your headache, and you can really help someone else. So let me see here. Yes, so one of the things that I have done is, it was a couple of weeks ago when we were getting some really high energies, and my head was, let me see, it wasn't really a headache, but there was some sort of tension. So basically I was advised to start placing etheric crystals. I place crystals a lot, actually. It's almost like a crystalline upgrade. It definitely helps, because that's where we're ascending to, is our crystalline bodies. And even in the higher, as we move to the new earth, we will, like, part of that is mastering our thoughts. And we can start using this with our current bodies now. But when we move to the new earth, we can actually start basically making decisions about our bodies. Like, do we want to stay in this human form? Do we want to go back to our angelic forms? Do we want to move to one of our starseed forms? And I guess in the last aura session I did, they told me I really love being a bluebird. So, so more than likely I'll go back to being blue. Oh, thank you, Amelia. Does anybody else have any questions? Good shifts going on. Just stay positive. Stay in the love. Stay in the light. Do not give over or focus on the fear. This is a good thing. There's nothing to fear. And even with the hurricanes and things, like, some of this is Mother Gaia purging. Some of this is interference and manipulation. So that's why it's like, please focus to love, please focus to love, because that energy empowers. Like, even with like chemtrails and things like that, I've said this multiple times. Send love to the sylphs. There's air elementals, there's fire elementals, there's water elementals, there's earth elementals. And then there's people that are even worried about, like, animals dying. Like, technically, a lot of these animals are raising their vibration and going to the new earth without us. Like, so let's raise our vibration and join them. Like, if that's the case, I guess I'll be extinct soon enough too. So no worries, period. Focus on love, focus on ascending, focus on healing. Let's raise the vibration. Let's get there. We can do this. It's this lifetime, and it's sooner than you think. So if no one else has a question, I'll go ahead and close it. I'll see if I can upload it on YouTube. As you know, you can watch it later, so share it in other groups. And definitely check out the Dolores channeling, and I'll also be posting a part of my aura. It's a funny, unique story about the aura I just did, but it's with a new practitioner. We love her, so we were helping her to practice, and a lot of it didn't get recorded. But there is a portion that I will share, and it's very interesting. As I am one of the, I'm the goddess of wisdom and moral code, so that's interesting. So I'll be posting that today as well. All right, so love you. Namaste. Make this a wonderful day. You are a creator, and we have more power. And that's why they don't want us to wake up. We have more power than you know. So focus that love, focus that light. I love you. I'll talk to you again soon.